Hiya, welcome back to the channel. So today we are back on this C1, this shitter, and what the plan is to change these bulbs and these bulbs to be LED, and at the same time I'm going to try and do like a crystal look on the back lights. So let's have a look at what it looks like now. So we've got normal bulbs in, and what you can see, they're that bright. We're not really going to be able to compare brightnesses, I don't think, because the exposure on the phone will probably cancel it out, but as you can see, the lights work, most of them, and just compare if we press the brake a few times, you can see that they are LEDs and they're not LEDs. So you've got like that delay when the bulb's warming up where it goes dimmer and you know what I mean. Anyway, let's see if we can fit the new bulbs. And these are the bulbs that I've invested in. So we've got, now these are stop and tail. So if you look, we've got two terminals on the bottom and they do light up red, because I wasn't sure about that because they're white, but I tested them and they do light up red. We've got these ones, which either, well, I think they're the white ones for the reverse light. I think they're the orange ones for the indicators, and I think these are the other red ones for the fog light. And then we've got these 501s, which are for the high level shitter. And that's the one that I'm going to aim to achieve at accomplishing first. So I'll take these two screws out. And then normally it should just pull off, but if anyone's watched any of the leak videos, I've done a couple of them now, then they will see that it's siliconed in place. So anyway, let's pull that shitter off, and then we have got clips to get to the bulb, so we need to move them clips out of the way. Same with that one, and then we can get to the bulbers, and it should just be a case of pulling them out and putting the new ones in. Now LEDs, some of them, most of them, including the name LED, it stands for light emitting diode. A diode only lets a current go through in one direction, but some of them do still work in both ways, because you must have LEDs in both ways or some shit, I'm not sure how. But what I'm going to do is pull these out. Let's try and do this without pulling the wires out. This should just pull out, as you can see is happening perfectly. And then this is the LED replacement. Now if I look there, you can see that it appears that the negative anvil is on the left, but I don't know which way that round goes in there, so I'm just going to put it in, see if it works, and then turn it round if it doesn't. It should just push in. Yes. So now I can check it utilising my patented brake light testing device. Yes. Right, so let's turn it round and see if it works the other way. And it does. And also, messing about with it has made that one, I was going to say it makes that one start working again, but it hasn't. So anyway, I'm going to put all the other ones in the same way around that one is. Yes. And then this one can be put back together. But first, obviously, because of previous exploits, I need to get rid of all that shit first, and then replace it with new shit. So let's pull all that crap off. In a nice, satisfying manner. And we put this back together by just squeezing it back together. Now on mine, yours might be better than this, but on mine the connections aren't the best because it has been full of water at some point. Yes. Right, I'll come back to that in a bit when I reseal it. Fucking hell. So as you can see, the connections in this light are a bit corroded from previous leaks. So I've just spunked a bit of WD-40 on it and wiggled it about a bit, and it seems to be not too bad now. So to put that back together, obviously I'm going to put some sealant around it, as I've done in other videos, and then put the screws back in like so. And they are actually brighter definitely brighter than the old bulbs. Anyway, looks like my brake light testing tool's just relaxed itself. Let's take these shitters out and get on these. And both sides of this, 10mm to take that out, both sides are going to be pretty much the same, apart from this has got a fog light, being a right-hand drive car, and the left-hand side is a reverse light. So let's take this off. Let's do this side first. Let's take that shitter out. And if you remember mentioning on the second leak video that I did, talking about the clips, well, this is what I mean. So obviously we sealed this one up a bit ago, and this hasn't leaked since, fingers crossed. It'll probably start leaking next. I'm fucking about with it. But the clip, both sides actually, both sides of the clip are fucked. So if you want to use the foam replacement shitters, it'll never work without them clips. And if you're doing a leak video, not if you're doing this. Right, so let's take this apart. So I need to unplug the light, which has been made harder from previous things that I've installed. That has a little shitty tab on the side which you need to push in and then pull out. And as you can see, that is also not in very good condition, so we're probably going to have issues with the lights afterwards. Yes. So what I need to do now is unclip these all the way around and then pull that off. And it's full of dead spiders and everything, which is quite good. I need to pull that off there, which I might not be able to do one on that, but I will try. All in the name of entertainment and shit. Nah. This is definitely recommended to be done with 2 hands. Fuck off. Yeah, I had to give up and use 2 hands on that one, but it leaves us with this and this. Now, before I do anything with this, I put that shitter over there out the way, because I need to make sure these bulbs actually work as they're supposed to. So we'll try the stop and tail first. So if we look at this, as we, well, you've got to push it in a little bit and then turn it and it pops out. If you look, the connections are staggered, so it should only really fit in one way. So we put it in, so that peg lines up with that, and then it just lovingly slides in there, and then we turn it like that, and then that's in. So let's see if it actually works. I just mentioned as well is I've seen posts where people have had issues when they've had the side lights coming on with the brake lights or vice versa. That is usually because these aren't fitted right. If inside, you know, I'll take it out and show you. If one of these, if it's not twisted fully, if it's in the wrong way around, you'll get brake lights instead of side lights and vice versa, but it won't usually fit in like that. If you try and put it in the wrong way around, it'll go in so far and then get stuck, or if it's not been twisted all the way into place, like if it's been put in like that or something, that can cause, because of the shape of the terminals, it can cause it to actually bridge across the terminals on the back, and it causes your lights to fuck about. Anyway, let's see if it works. Didn't work. And then I fucked about with it and blew a fuse. Yes. And now it's going dark, so I'll fuck it off till another day. And today is another day. And I've replaced the fuse, but I can't get the stop and tail to work in that side. So I haven't fitted any of the bulbs on that side. I think the issue is because the cluster is all rusty and fucked and corroded. So I'm going to take this one off. Hopefully this one's in better conditions. Probably not, but hopefully it is. And then we can see if it works. Well, it might be an issue with them bulbs, but I'm hoping it's not. Let's take this shitter off. And I'm just going to take it apart the same way as I did that side. Which leaves me with something like this. And I'm just going to replace this bulb. I'll try to replace this bulb with this bulb, which is what I did yesterday. I mean, you shouldn't really do this with it. So in fact, I'm going to turn it off because I ain't got another fuse if I blow it again. Yes. So as you can see, that is still inoperative. And I think it's more to do with the quality of these bulbs that I've got. So let's try the other ones. So we've got the, that's the indicator bulb. So let's see how good this is. Fucking mint. So that's no good. Let's try the reverse light one. This has to work because it's a simple bulb, this. This is just a single filament, standard BA15. Yes! 1 out of 3 isn't bad. So, these are obviously terrible. So let's fuck that one off. Let's fuck that one off. And then, let's try these high quality products. As we can see, just looking at them, they appear to be of significantly better quality. Will they work? Fuck knows, let's find out. And this, again, fits in exactly the same way as the other one. Yes! Actually, that's pretty bright. Let's try the amber on the indicator. If I can fucking get it out of the box. Let's try this one. Moment of truth. Is it going to flash fast? Oh. I mean, it's fucking well bright, but it flashes fast. Looks like I'm going to have to put some load resistors on it. And I already thought that this might be an issue, so I pulled some off the shelf. These are actually for a motorbike, because I work in a motorbike shop, so this is what I've got. I need to connect this into the red to the positive and the black to the negative of these wires, and then just poke it down there or something. Which means I need to find the positive and the negative. And you might notice it's flashing at the right rate. It does that with the hazards on, which is pretty sick. I need to clip the back off this shitter and then find which 2 wires. And it can be a bit awkward because the meter can be a bit slow to react sometimes to a flashing light, but I've got green as positive and the negative is the black and white. So I'll just push that shitter back on now. I know that useful information, and then cut this off a little bit. So now all I should have to do is put this in parallel to that. So if I connect the black to the negative and the red to the positive, then hopefully the indicator should flash at the right rate. So I'm going to use everybody's favourite bodging tool, Scotch locks, which leaves us with this piece of modern art. So let's feed that into there somewhere. Same with that. And I'm going to have to reseal this afterwards, but I'm not going to film that because I've done 2 videos on that already. Let's see if that works. It's exactly the same. But after doing a quick check over of my workmanship and realising that I was wrong and had it connected to the wrong wire, I swapped it over to the yellow wire from the green wire. So on this side, for load resistors, if you're willing to fuck about that far, yellow and white and black. So now I can put all the other bulbs into this cluster. Yes. And I'm confident that this is actually going to work. I can nice and carefully remove these coloured lenses. I don't think these are designed to be removed. We'll have to get around that with a screwdriver. They're actually harder to get out than what I thought they were going to be. But with a bit of careful and loving persuasion, they do come out. So then I can put this the right way around like this into where it goes. And just make sure that when you put this back together, actually, just mention this, make sure that that gasket is not coming out like mine is. So when we put that back into there, it's nice and sealed. This might not be something I can film with one hand, but try. Yes. So as long as I don't disturb any of my shitty rusty connections on my light units, I should be able to just put this together and seal it back up again. But these, the screws that hold the lights in, don't tighten up because they're all stripped and fucked. So if we look at what we've got here, just some bits of cut off cable ties. If I lovingly insert these into here, yeah, then it'll give it something to grip onto when I tighten the shitter up. Now mine don't go in that well because the hole is actually full of fucking silicone, because some idiot put a load of silicone in the hole last time. So it just bounced out a little bit, but it'll still help. And if we skip forward to that part, I mean, I've put sealant on it and everything. That feels so, yes, that actually tightens up now. Wow. So let's do the same with that one. And now, as we can see, this side is done and this side isn't. So you can see the difference. If you look, you've got Cristal and normal. Let's see if the lights actually look any different when they're on. And the answer is yeah, actually I'm pretty pleased with them. That is a lot brighter, a lot better light, and obviously as you see how it flashes, it's better. So let's see if the brake lights actually work. And as we can see, that is working quite well, and the reverse light also works. The reverse light isn't as bright as it could be, but it works. So now I've got to do the same to that side, which I'm not even going to film. I'll just tell you what colour wires it is to put the load resistors on, because it's the same shit as that side. So let's see how it looks then. Yes! So that side took about 5 minutes because I wasn't fucking about filming it, but the two wires on that side is white and black again, and the green. So green that side is your positive, yellow that side is your positive. And overall I'm pretty happy with that. I mean, the fog light isn't as bright as it could be, and neither is the reverse light, because they're the shit bulbs that I put in to start with. But the other ones, fucking hell, they are bright. They're pretty good. But the fog light doesn't really matter because I've got fog lights down there anyway. So I think that is us pretty much done. As you can see, we've gone, as I've mentioned, for the lovely Cristal look on the back lights, bringing it into the 21st century and all that kind of shit. Even though we're built in the 21st century, so that's a stupid thing to say. Anyway, don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, all the usual shit. I didn't think it'd take as long as it did because I didn't think I'd have to put load resistors in, because those bulbs were supposed to be error free. But other than that, I'm happy with them because they are really bright, and the light out of them's a good colour as well. So yeah, that's it. Like I said, that's it for this one. See you next time. Well, that was it until I tried to reverse in the dark and realised that that does absolutely nothing at all. So what I've done is I've bought some more of the Auxito ones, but these I think are even brighter. If you look at that, yes. Quick comparison of the shit bulb and the good bulbs. So I don't know how well that shows up on camera, but it is significantly brighter. It's like you could say the difference is night and day. So anyway, that is actually it. If you want to get bulbs, LED conversion or whatever, get decent bulbs and don't do it twice like I did, like a noob. So now, see you next time.